We have another email. This is from Erica Washington.
Hey, Erica.
I want to know if you two will think about Wicked as being a black film and review it. I can certainly make that argument. Elphaba is strictly judged on the color of her skin and is abused and used by everyone, even after creating a friendship or allyship and helping Glinda and others in Oz. She is stabbed in the back by everyone. Her story mirrors the struggles black women continue to have. I mean, look at the election numbers. I think y'all should think about this as a possibility. I don't know about you, but for my money, Cynthia Erivo, that's it. It's a wrap. It's a black film. The arguments she makes are valid, but I mean, if we're looking at a lot of the filmography of Denzel Washington and Will Smith and calling them black films, then I would see Wicked as the black film.
You want to tussle? You feel like tussling a little bit?
Let's tussle a little.
Let me go ahead and kick this hornet's nest. So here's the thing. It's funny because we talked about this a little bit last week after the show. I think The Wizard of Oz is the most overrated, underwhelming, white baby boomer driven cultural phenomenon in the history of baby boomers.
Okay.
Like we talk a lot of shit about like the Beatles and that kind of thing. But if you lock in and just sort of sit and listen to like Revolver On, like this is actually good work.
Yes.
Casablanca, I'm sorry, not Casablanca. Gone with the Wind, I think is the most dangerous propaganda this country has ever produced.
Next to Birth of a Nation, yes.
No, I think it's more dangerous than Birth of a Nation.
Okay.
But part of the reason I think it's more dangerous than Birth of a Nation is because it's so good.
Okay.
Like Gone with the Wind is actually good. Wizard of Oz, I think we talk about the Wizard of Oz just because it's been force-fed down our throats since 1955. And like you actually said something last week that I acknowledge. Like Lynn and I talked a little bit because we were talking about Wicked, and I mentioned to him that about my Wizard of Oz thing, and you said the set design, the costumes are extraordinary, and you are 100% correct. But if not for this artificial, them kind of jamming it down our throats, I think people would talk about the Wizard of Oz in the sets, in the costumes, kind of like we talk about, I don't know, Forbidden Planet or Fantastic like film nerds would talk like what's my man's name that did the makeup for Beat It and the American Werewolf in London?
Rick Baker.
Like Rick Baker. Like people would say, Rick Baker, your makeup, something. And he was like, what you should do is check out this film from 1939 called The Wizard of Oz. And people say, oh, wow, that's really good. But then, and I mean, it was a financial failure. It didn't make no money. Then it did make some money 10 years later and they put it on TV, all this stuff. So just from jump, Wizard of Oz is a non-starter for me.
Okay, fair.
And then Wicked, because my daughter likes Wicked. So I've seen Wicked twice on stage. Once you get past like 1965 with me, like I cut like those early dudes a little slack. These kind of handmade tale type things where we gonna talk about race, but not like have like actual black people in it.
Okay.
Always leaves me cold, like just generally. And I have to say, in full disclosure, when they announced Cynthia Erivo was playing Old Girl, I said, the very first thing I said when she was cast was, are we gonna have to mess with Wicked? Because I was very comfortable with Wicked being some white people stuff. And like everything don't have to be for me. Like everything don't have to be for me. Vince don't have to like everything. That don't mean I don't want other people to like it. Like if you like it, that's your thing. And I was perfectly comfortable with Wicked being something that ain't for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she makes a fine argument for Wicked being a black movie. And I knew as soon as I saw Cynthia Erivo, I said, oh Lord, Leonard's probably gonna like this.
I haven't seen it, so
I haven't seen it. I'll probably see it this week because Camille's coming home tomorrow for winter break. So, but I don't.
So we'll be reviewing Wicked.
Yeah. So we'll be. Yeah.